My society. Growing up, I had too much, let's just call it stuff, showing me up. Where do I start? How do I isolate the origin of this spark? My ethno-methodology has become the basis for a new breed of securitized sociology. But there has to be an entry point to such a life. So let's break this down with a combination of lived experience seen through some radical interpretation. In between the migrant and the tyrant, I found myself open to conjecture, a form of labeling that quietly went about defining my identity for me without my own agency. The first hurdle I failed to jump was therefore status, fully ascribed without consent. I learned to move in between such ideas. But there was one thing I would never be able to re-render. Yet succeed I did in taming its bite. I was destined to live in difference, both physically and socially. I tried hard to make sense of it, tried hard to overcome it. But in these two initial experiences, I fell for the power of stigma. I had seen society in all its normality. Soon was to come the system and its structures, its persistence on equality, but its manifestation being the economic and intellectual persecution of a minority. In a family of stigma, stereotype and discrimination, and neighbors known as identity, belonging, and loyalty, I found myself searching for answers other than those already given to me. In a parallel universe, tanks with red sickles marched into streets where Pashtuns were busy in their tribal tribulations. They now encountered a different form of struggle. I turned on the TV, from tanks to Khomeini, sticks and stones gave way to covert ops and drones. I had wanted a khilafah, but I didn't even know the meaning of the shahada. Our youth was replaced with narcissism. The mercy of our tradition was repainted with a layer of politicized extremism. Back then, the pursuit was dangerous, but its intention often benign. The desire for justice and fair representation are factors others seem happy to overlook, but for me, they were part of my soul. For the media of yesterday's world and the media of the Facebook world, such journeys appear rudimentary. But if I have learned anything, it is to seek first to understand before being understood. Now I stand before you with the same heart and hand. I am that same boy who thought his pain and that which society provided would drive me to good, inshallah. Thank you.